All right, now let's continue. Greetings from Starseed Teachers. 1074. That is a powerful number. I have to give another message on that on another day and time. Like I already told everyone earlier, this is the Feast of Pentecost. Blessings, Shabbat, Shalom. This is a feast. This is a powerful connection day. And for those who didn't know, these feasts always start at nighttime. That is how the Hebrew calendar is. Feasts start at night, and the day is the second part of the day. So the feast has actually already begun. But let me get back to the dark night of the soul, which this would actually be part 3. This is the final piece. And then this segment is done, and then we'll move over, because out of all the things that are coming down that I have to take note on that come through, that are channeled and download to me, once I open up to it, I'm like constantly writing. I can't stop writing. I'm steady taking notes, because these are things that I'm needing to teach and get out to the world. Because through these things, people are healed, people are awakened, people receive vitality of life. Not from me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just a starseed teacher. That's it, no more. I don't want no credibility. I don't want anyone trying to place any type of prestige. I don't want any praise, none of this here. My work is something that I'm commissioned to do, which is actually to serve humanity and fulfill my obligation and my mission to the Most High at this time. So let's finish up where we started off from. Now, in the dark night of the soul, part 3, one of the things that Job did not have in all his suffering, and he complained to his friends, none of his friends were there to comfort him. They were actually there to give him a reason to give up, to tap out, to quit struggling, quit fighting. Don't even put yourself through this. And had he not prayed for them in the end, they had a powerful penalty coming for them for trying to discourage him, which the Most High did not appreciate. And he told Job, he said, unless you pray for them, it's not going to be well. Paraphrases again. Okay, one thing that he did not have was fear. Fear, it is like the lowest of, it's like anger. It is like counterproductive. It is low, it's dense, it's heavy, and it warps any type of proactive thoughts or procreations of our thoughts in our hearts linked up together in the essence of love. You can't make a connection in these type of densities. But one thing I would like everyone to know about fear. Fear comes through one particular thing that escapes everybody's attention. The portal. Yes, I am speaking of your third eye. A lot of you think it's not open. It opens and shuts. It kind of comes and goes, but you get glimpses of information and insight. But you just haven't trained it to actually unfold for you to be able to absorb yourself in the type of things that actually come through, because your third eye is hooked to not your waking conscious mind, but your subconscious mind, which is infinite. Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. Fear was something that Job didn't possess. He wouldn't give in to fear, which is why he didn't listen to anybody else and what they were trying to tell him. Because fear is a paralyzation. Fear is also the prison inside of the flesh. Through fear, you create a prison. You create limitations. You create boundaries that actually don't even exist. So one of the things that you have to learn, that Starseed Teachers would like the world to know, is that yes, peace is the equilibrium, it's the balance, all right, of a healthy soul. It is their equilibrium. It is the balance that they need. However, peace is only maintained through our perception. The window of your soul is your belief system. If there's anything else that you have to guard, that you are constantly being assailed by Satan and her emissaries any and everywhere that you can't even see, is through the power of suggestion. They hack the very things that we in humanity do not put no guards up through, and it is through our minds. These things are what we leave open completely to attack. We don't know what we should believe, what we should believe, but there is an absolute. We just haven't got what the teachers that actually could teach us this. Therefore, we are always under constant pressure, illusion, deception, people do same like Job's friends, people who are always trying to convince us to do things that don't even line up with the things that we're actually feeling in our intuition, to be able to listen to. We drown them out for what other people are talking about, but it's not their life they're living. They're just actually labeling what they think your life should actually be. Your perception is what is the one precious thing. Your perception with this, with your third eye in your heart. These things must be guarded. And there can be no compromise when they come to them. It doesn't mean that you can't love. It doesn't mean you can't have an affection. It doesn't mean you can't bond with anybody. But it is what you believe that creates the prison inside of your own flesh. It mortalizes you. The things that we have come to believe over our lives times have, our belief system needs to be completely overhauled, because it's what keeps us so bound. And then one of the things that actually just pulls us to pieces, that starseeds, all of us have had to go through and actually rise up above, is trying to align ourselves with those who are on what they call a principalities and powers frequency, meaning that their bodies, because they cannot even control their thoughts, they make them open vessels for demonic powers to work through them, and they don't even know it. So they forfeit the actual application of actually a certain initiative on their life through basically being negligent to what we're supposed to think, because we're all a product of our environment. But this is where, in reformation, in regrowth into the spiritual starseed, which is so much that I could teach and talk about this on. It comes from detachment and disconnection to things that serve no purpose to our spiritual beings, and it just completely takes up. And some people don't even have options the way people like me. When I say like me, basically that I don't have anybody to keep me distracted when I'm at home and I'm in the privacy of my home. I don't have anybody to distract me or take me away from my focus. Not saying that I don't welcome it sometimes, which is okay, but more or less my peace is just weight in gold. But back to the subject at hand. The dark night of the soul is actually a transformation phase, and it can come up in many ways. But one of the ways to get out of this state of the dark night soul, which is also known a state of desolation. Desolation, means something that